For TraderInsight.com, I'm Adrian Manns, and it's time for your daily dose of the doctor. We finished our boot camp in Chicago. We met some great traders. We've got guys on board who I am absolutely certain are going to be very, very successful as traders. And right now, it is time to get back to business. So Wednesday, July 8th, 2015, we had all long side entries on the plan with the exception of CMA, which was a fastball short side setup. When you have a market that gaps the way that this one did today, when you have bad news early in the session or before the session, the thing to do is focus on the trades that are directional, right? You want to look at the things that are going to move in sympathy with the market. We did, of course, have the risk that CMA was going to open, gap down, and not ever give us a fill. That's not what happened. Let's take a look at how this one played out, and then talk about the fact that the NYSE has halted trading for the session, or for the balance of the session so far anyways, and how we're going to deal with that going into tomorrow's setups. Here is CMA. We traded this one live in the room this morning. First hour trading pit. We saw CMA open just above the entry price, traded higher, believe it or not, as did many of the stocks on the trading plan. It looked for a while like the whole thing was going to buck that opening downtrend, and then it happened. Market started rolling over, and we had this move down through 48.67, and within 15 minutes, we saw this move down to the 48.44 level, which is 50% of the distance to the target. So if you're trading the trading plan, or if you set this one up for yourself, the thing to do at that point is move that stop loss down to break even. So now our 49.08 stop is going to move down to 48.67. So 48.67 is now the stop on the trade. And within a few minutes, down to the green pivot, first support on our trading plan. We bounced there a couple times, and then down through 48.31. 48.31 was 10 cents to the target. So once again, what you ought to do at that point is put your thinking cap on, and you're going to move your stop down to the 50% level. So your trade went from being risk-free to now having locked in a profit. 48.44 is the trailing stop for the position. We got to talking about it in the room, and once this thing hit the 48.21 profit target, we knew there was a good chance there was going to be a bounce. So what we suggested everybody do is trail a 10-cent stop behind it and just see, could we pick up a move down into this range, or would we get stopped out? Of course, the trade did wind up turning around from 48.09 and got us out at 48.19. So only a couple extra pennies on the trade, but it's always worth giving that a shot. Had the market not found support on its own pivot lines, then we might have seen this move a little bit earlier in the day, and that would have in fact been a big profit extension and would have turned CMA into a home run instead of another single. Now, back to what's going on at the NYSE. NYSE is halted for trading as I'm recording this. If it continues to have a trading halt, if we don't see normal activity on the New York Stock Exchange for the last couple hours of trading today, then we are going to have no trades set up for tomorrow. There is no sense in trying to decipher what's going on with a couple ECN trades, 100 shares at a time. When you're dealing with the markets, you always have to take things in context. And since we're not planning on trading during a trading halt tomorrow, there is no sense in creating a trading plan based on the activity that went on during a halt today. So we'll see how the whole thing plays out. In the meantime, if you have any questions, shoot me an email, adrian@traderinsight.com. Hope you had a great trading day today. Even better one on deck for tomorrow. The best trader education anywhere, only from traderinsight.com.